Hello everyone, welcome back to the class. Today we will discuss about the product classification. First of all, what product is? A product is anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy a need or want, or the product is the total package of benefit the customer receives when he or she buys a product from any seller. Or we can also say products that are marketed includes physical goods, services, experiences, events, persons, places, properties, organizations, information and ideas. All these constitutes different types of products. Now, moving on to various levels of the product. Generally, we have 5 levels of the product. The core product, which is the most inner layer of the product. Then we have basic product, expected product, augmented product, and potential product. Now we will take them one by one. First of all, what core product is, or we can also say the core benefits of a product which we derive by using that product. The fundamental service or benefit that the customer is really buying is known as the core product or the core benefit from that particular product. Then we have basic product, means at the same level the marketer has to turn the core benefit into the basic products. Then we have expected product. Expected product means it is a set of attributes and conditions buyer normally expects when they purchases different types of products. Number 4, we have augmented product. Augmented product means the marketer prepares an augmented product that exceeds customer expectations, because every customer have different types of expectation from different products, and if the product is able to deliver that particular expectation to a particular customer, it means the customer will be delighted by using or purchasing the product. And today's competition essentially takes place at the product augmentation level only, and in less developed countries or economies, competition takes place mostly at the expected product level. Now, according to Levitt, the new competition is not between what companies produce in their factories, but between what they add to their factory output in the form of packaging, services, advertising, customer advices, financing, delivery arrangements, warehousing, and other things that people value from the manufacturer or the producer. Some things should be noted about product augmentation strategies. Some important things should be noted about product augmentation strategy. First, each augmentation adds cost. The marketer has to ask whether customer will pay enough to cover that extra cost or not. So, before making any type of augmentation, the marketer must analyze the cost factor first. Number 2, augmented benefits soon become expected benefits. For gaining competitive advantage, one will have to search for still other features and benefits from the products. Then number 3, as companies rises the price of their augmented product, some competitors can offer a stripped down version at the much lower price. And this must be taken care of, because alongside the growth of fine products, as we see, emerges from the lower cost product for the client who simply want the basic product only. They don't need augmented or the potential product from the manufacturer. Then we have number 5, which we call as the potential product. Potential product encompasses all the possible augmentations and transformations the product might undergo in the future. The companies search for new ways to satisfy customers and distinguish their offers. Now, the successful companies add benefits to their offerings that not only satisfy customers but also surprises and delights them. The best way to hold customer is to constantly figure out how to give them more for less. Now, we will differentiate different types of product. The challenge before the product marketer is to create relevant and distinctive product differentiation. The product differentiation may be based on number one, the physical differences. Physical differences means the features, performance of the product, conformance, durability, reliability, design of the product, various types of styles, packaging techniques, etc. Then we have availability differences also. For example, available from stores or ordered by the phone only, which we call as online marketing also. Mail, fax, internet. Then we have service differences. Service differences means the type of delivery, installation benefits which the customer may be getting from the manufacturer or the seller, then training regarding the uses of the product, consulting, maintenance and repair. Then we have price differences also. For example, very high price, although the manufacturer may be providing a best quality product, but if the prices are very high, it means it will not be affordable for all. Then we have medium price product, low price product and very low price products also available in the market. Then we have image differences. Image differences means the symbols, atmosphere, event, media where the product is being promotion or advertised. Keeping in view of these differences, the product might have several other dimensions also. Like for example, features. Features means the characteristics that supplements the product's basic function. Then we have performance quality of the product at the level at which the product's primary characteristics operates. Then we have conformance quality, which means the degree to which all the produced units are identical and meet the promised target specifications. Then we have durability of the product, which means measures of the product expected operating life under natural and stressful conditions. Then we have reliability of the product, which means it is a measure of profitability that a product will not malfunction or fail within a specified period of time. Then we have repairability aspects also, which means the ease of fixing a product that malfunctions or fails, means generally what we call as the after sale services with reference to the product. Then we have style variants also, means the product, how the product looks and how we will feel or the customer will feel after purchasing or using a particular type of product. Then we have design, which is a very important aspect of the product. Design means the totality of the features that affects how a product looks and functions in terms of customers' requirement. Now, keeping all these things, the various types of layers of the product, product differentiation, product features, we will move on to product classification. Products has been traditionally classified on the basis of their characteristics like the usage pattern, their durability and the tangibility aspects. Now, marketer uses various marketing mix strategies for each type of products. Basically, based on durability and tangibility, product can be classified into three groups, what we call as non-durables, durables and services. Non-durable means those goods that are tangible in nature, they are consumed over a short period of time, either in a single use or a couple of uses. For example, all type of fast moving consumer goods, what we call as FMCG goods, like soups, toothpaste, petrol, etc. These goods are consumed at very fast rate and hence they are purchased frequently by the customers. Therefore, the manufacturer as well as the seller must ensure their availability at various or multiple locations, which means there should be an intensive distribution of fast moving consumer goods, then only the sale of the product will be maximized. Then, because of these goods are consumed quickly and purchased frequently, the appropriate strategy is to make them available at various locations. The profit margin or charges a small markup and advertise heavily to induce trial and build preferences. It means the FMCG products will have a very low profit margin, and if you want to increase the revenues, the sale must be maximized. Then we have durable products. Durable goods are tangible in nature again, and they are consumed over a relatively longer period of time, usually 2 or 3 years or more. They include products like video cameras, building materials, two-wheelers. Automobile segment basically comes into the durable market only. Home appliances are also a part of the durable goods. And normally these requires more personal selling and services and command a higher margin and requires more seller guarantees, which means it requires more after sales services. The marketers try to highlight the value factor of durable goods and to provide after sales services, guarantees, warranties, etc., in order to attract the customers. And customer retention is also a very important aspect when we are talking about the durable goods. Then we have services. Services are intangible and perishable in nature, as we all know, and services can be either an independent product, for example, a haircut, or an inseparable part of the product, for example, repair and home delivery services offered with the main product. And normally, services require more quality control, superior credibility, and adaptability aspects. Because if we are not at all taking care of the quality aspects and superior credibility and adaptability aspects, then the customer will not stay with your services because there is cutthroat competition in the market. So, all these things must be taken care of. On the basis of products can be classified depending on who the final purchaser is and how he uses them. On the basis of this classification, we have divided or classified the product into two broad categories. Number one is the consumer products, means the products which are purchased to satisfy personal and family needs. Number two is the business products, which means products which are bought to use in an organization's operations, to resell, or to make other products, which means the raw material, various components, semi finished goods, or the inventories which are used for making final goods or transforming into the final goods. On the basis of this, number one, we will go for consumer product classification. The consumer goods classification is the based on the following criterias. Number one is the convenience product. Convenience, as the name reveals, these are those types of product which the consumer purchases at very ease, which means they are relatively inexpensive in nature, and these are frequently purchased item for which the buyer exerts minimum purchasing efforts. Minimum purchasing effort means they need very less amount of money and very less amount of time. Therefore, the decision taken by the consumer to purchase such type of product is very quick in nature. The convenience products had certain characteristics, which are: number one, these are marketed through many retail outlets, which means if we want to maximize the sale of convenience products, which are generally known as the FMCG or the fast moving consumer goods, the availability of such type of products should be maximized by the seller or the marketer. Then they have a relatively low per unit gross margin, which we have already discussed that it contains very low profit margin. Therefore, the volume sale must be maximized. Then it requires little promotional efforts at the retail level, because if the margins are very low, the retailer will not be able to afford promotional cost. Then the packaging is a very important marketing mix element of FMCG or convenience goods, because most of the consumer who are purchasing such type of product are attracted by their packaging and labeling. Moreover, the customer must be made aware what type of product is available in the market and where it is available and for whom it is made. Then only the sale will be maximized. The convenience goods or convenience products are again classified into three different categories. Number one is the staple goods. Staple means such type of product which the consumer purchases on a regular basis. For example, bread, milk, butter, all these are known as staple products. Then we have impulse goods also. Impulse goods are those goods which are purchased without any previous or prior planning and search effort. And whatever decision the consumer is taking for impulse good, that is spontaneous decision. For example, all types of magazines such as India Today, Frontline, Forbes, these comes under the impulse goods. Then we have emergency goods also in convenience product classification. Emergency goods means those goods which are purchased only when the need arises or only when the need is very urgent, and unless until the need is not very urgent, the consumer normally postpones the purchase of such type of goods. For example, umbrellas, bandages, these are emergency goods. Classification number 2 is the shopping products. Shopping products, as the name reveals, it requires more amount of time and money for taking decision what type of product is to be purchased. And when we are saying more amount of time and money is required, it means the customer is taking care of all types of purchase decisions. Now, these are the items for which the buyer are willing to expend considerable efforts in planning and making purchases. And normally, when the buyer is going for shopping goods, the decision taken is not individual. In most of the cases, when we are planning for purchasing any type of product which comes under shopping product category, the decision is taken collectively or in collaboration with more than one member. Then only we can say that whatever decision is taken, that is a collective decision and it is a unanimous decision, and whatever product the customer is purchasing or buying for his or her need, that product is up to the mark. Now, the shopping products have certain characteristics. For example, they are expected to last for a long time, means it is a type of durable product, means it will have a expected life of 3 to 5 years. Therefore, they are very less frequently purchased. So, if we are not purchasing them frequently, the decision to purchase such type of product should be taken care of. Number 2, it requires few retail outlet, means when we are taking care of the FMCG products, there we are saying the availability should be maximized, means the distribution of FMCG product should be what we call as intensive distribution, means making the sale of such type of product at maximum location. But when we are saying durable goods need not to be sell out at multiple locations. Now, for example, if you take the example of a car dealer, normally if a consumer is purchasing a four-wheeler or a car from any of the retail outlet, it means an ordinary consumer purchases a car and he takes care of that car for a minimum of 3 to 5 years if we consider the Indian domestic market. Therefore, the sale of the car will be affected if the selling points are maximized at a particular location or at a particular market. So, when we are taking care of shopping goods, then the distribution network which is adopted by the marketer is known as selective type of distribution. Selective means if the market have potential, then you can maximize the selling point, but if the market does not have the potential, it means we have to take care of how many selling points should be there for selling a particular type of durable goods. Then we have inventory turnover is very low. The gross margins are very high when we are talking about the durable products, because the sale is very less. They are generally expensive in nature. Therefore, the gross margins are also high. Then they are more amenable to personal selling, which means for selling durable goods, personal selling is a very unique and important variable, because the customer have so many queries when they are in the market to purchase a durable products with respect to quality, feature, varieties or variants, then most of the consumer have queries with respect to after sale services are available, whether they have to purchase, whether they have to pay for after sale services or not, how many after sale services will they be getting from the seller, warranty, guarantee, various aspects are there which the customer takes care of before purchasing the durable products. Therefore, personal selling is a very important aspect when we are talking about shopping goods. Then they are supported by after sales services, as well as the promotional efforts should be maximized when we are talking about shopping goods. And these promotional efforts and after sales services are taken care by both the parties, the producer as well as the channel member. The channel member may be a dealer, a distributor, or any other agent which is appointed by the manufacturer. The shopping goods is again classified into two subcategories. Number one is on the basis of their characteristics. Number one is known as the homogeneous shopping goods. Homogeneous shopping goods means which are similar in terms of quality but different enough in price to justify the shopping comparison. Like for example, if you are purchasing any ready-made shirt, then in terms of quality it will look the same, but if we are purchasing any branded shirt, that branded shirt may vary in terms of price. Then we have heterogeneous shopping goods, which means they are differ in product features and services, but they may be more important than the price. We have number third classification of the product, which we call as the specialty product. Specialty products, as the name reveals, have something unique in themselves, or they have some unique characteristics that the buyer are willing to expend considerable efforts to obtain. Considerable efforts means the buyer can travel any distance to purchase such type of product. They can pay any price to purchase such type of product. Coming on to the third type of product classification, we have specialty products. Specialty product, as the name reveals, having some unique characteristics that the buyer are willing to expend considerable efforts to obtain them. Considerable effort means the buyer can travel any distance with reference to the purchase of such type of products, as well as they can give or pay any amount when we are talking of specialty products. The specialty products have certain characteristics. For example, they are pre-selected by consumer. Pre-selected means the consumer are very much brand loyal when we are discussing the specialty goods, and normally the consumer will not deviate from such type of products. Then they have no close substitutes or alternatives available in the market, which again reflects their unique characteristics. So the specialty products are very much limited in the market, or they are limited in available in very limited quantities in the market, and that also constitutes their specialty aspects. Number three, they are available in the market at a very high price. Therefore, each and every consumer is not able to afford or purchase such type of specialty products. Then they are purchased infrequently and represent a significant and expensive investment. Again, in terms of quality as well as in terms of prices, the specialty goods are very high. And if a customer is purchasing such type of product, which means the customer will not purchase very frequently the specialty products. Then the specialty products have very high gross margins and low inventory turnover. For example, an original painting, an antique car, all types of luxury goods, automobile segment, whether it consists of jewelry segment, they all comes under specialty product categories. Then we have product classification number 4, which is known as the unsought type of product. Unsought type of product means they are purchased to solve a sudden problem, and occasionally the consumer will not purchase such type of product unless until the need arises. And when we are saying to solve a sudden problem, these are the product of which the customer are unaware of, and the products that the people do not necessarily think about buying in normal occasions. The unsought products have certain characteristics like the speed and problem resolution of the utmost importance, means how the problem can be resolved, which is prevailing right now. Number two, the price and other features are not considered in case of unsought products. Number three, no consideration of substitutes or alternatives in the case of unsought goods. It means if I have to purchase a tax saving fixed deposit scheme, then I have to purchase. There is no other alternative available in the market. Similarly, if a customer doesn't have a health insurance policy and at time he or she requires the health insurance policy, then they have to purchase the health insurance policy. There is no other alternate available to him. Such type of products are purchased again infrequently. For example, all types of insurance policies, as I told you in example, comes under the unsought product categories. Now, students, this is a classification of household consumer goods. We will now come to the industrial product classification. Industrial product classification consists of again various subtype of subclassification. For example, the industrial products can be classified in installations. Installation means these are the facilities and non-portable major equipment which the organization uses when they are doing business or when they are establishing the business units. For example, the office building, the factories, the warehouses, production lines, very large machineries which are required for producing different types of products, they all comes under the installation. Like when we are starting our business or any manufacturing premises, definitely we have to have a building or the factory, and when we will produce different types of product, to store those products we must have a warehouse. To produce the product, we must have production lines also. We require different types of machineries. So all these constitute installation or facilities which are non-portable major equipment, means we cannot transfer these equipments very frequently from one location to any other location, means they are fixed. Then we have accessory equipments. Accessory equipment means these are used in production or office activities. For example, all types of file cabinets, small different types of motors, calculators, and so many different varieties of tools are classified as accessory equipments. Then we have raw material. Raw material means it is a basic natural material, or it may be man-made material also that becomes part of a physical product such as ores, water, lumber, grains, eggs. All these constitute raw material, and raw material also can be classified on the basis of what type of product the industry is dealing with. Then we have component and parts. Component and parts means these are the items that becomes part of the physical product or part of the completely transformed product. For example, all types of finished item ready for assembly, items needing little processing before assembly, computer chips, engine blocks, grinders, paints, buckets, all these constitutes the components and parts. Even very small components such as screws, nuts, bolts, washer, they all constitute component parts which contribute in transforming a final product from the raw material. Then we have processing materials. Processing materials means materials that are not readily identifiable when used directly in the production of other product, such as screws, knobs, handles. They all consist of process materials. Then we have MRO supplies. MRO means maintenance, repair and operating items that facilitates production and do not become part of the finished product, such as cleaners, rubber bands, staples. All these constitute MRO. MRO stands for maintenance, repair and operating items. Then we have business services also. Business services means the intangible products that many organization uses in their operations, such as cleaning, legal servicing, consultation services, repair services, installation services. All this constitutes business services. Now, quality can be a very good strategy for growing the product market. So, quality as a product strategy means it is the key component to a firm success in a competitive marketplace, and the term total quality management approach involves all the employees in continuously improving products and work process to achieve customer satisfaction as well as world class performance. Now, the term total quality management with reference to product and services means it is a management approach that can keep on changing and continuously improving an organization's image as well as brand value on the track for product quality goals. TQM makes an organization wide effort to improve products, process, and culture by emphasizing some of the principles which are laid down by the quality management philosophers, such as putting the customer first. Putting the customer first means customer ultimately determines your level of quality. Whatever efforts you put into improving your products and the processes, and it is only worthwhile if the customer perceives and appreciates the product in terms of quality. Then we have employee involvement also, which means with the help of total quality management approach, the value empowering employees to be an active part of quality control process, and that can also contribute in terms of continuous quality improvement of products and services. Then we have process thinking. Process thinking means identifying, understanding, and monitoring the processes that takes your product from start to finish, and they are fundamental elements for establishing the total quality management approach in any of the organization. We have integrated systems also for the purpose of developing, improving the quality of products and services. The integrated systems means any company might be comprised of many differently structured departments, and it's important to make sure they all are connected, coordinated, communicative, and working together for fulfilling or for attaining the organization's objectives. And for doing so, there should be a strategic planning also. The strategic planning involves achieving your business missions and goals, and it is critical to reaching your desired quality standards with the help of total quality management approach. The total quality management approach is basically what we call as have several other dimensions also, and to improve the quality, and for all those organizations who are inculcating the habit of improving or continuously improving the quality aspects, there are certain worldwide quality programs also, like the Malcolm Bridge National Quality Award, ISO 9002. It is a set of standards for quality management and quality assurance, as well as developing international standards organization in Switzerland for countries in European Union. Then we have benchmarking processes also. Benchmarking process in which an organization improves performance by continuously comparing and measuring itself against the leading firm in an industry and implementing changes for quality improvement in various aspects. And as we are saying, total quality management, it is a continuous improvement in various types of products, processes. Continuous improvement means you always go on analyzing various data, coming up with creative solutions and collaborating with your employees and how to improve on those datas. Then we have factual decision making process also. Factual decision making means collecting as much data as possible on your company's performance is going to help you make educated decision that best serve your business. And apart from this, there should be a proper and transparent communication mechanism between the organization and the employees, and this proper communication mechanism ensures that your team is all on the same page, that nothing is forgotten or falling through the cracks, and that you will be able to steadily move towards your goal. And the TQM methodology, the total quality methodology, helps to ensure customer satisfaction, which is huge component in determining the quality of a particular product or services. Therefore, we have some standards, or we have some tips on the basis of which we can improve the existing product or service market. Like, we have to understand the market. Understanding the market means, does your brand have a strategy that will distinguish it from the competitor, and what is the perfect price point at which you want to sell your product or services? What do a customer expect from a product similar to yours with reference to the competitor? And understanding various similar product and businesses in the market is going to be a huge asset in learning what expectations you need to meet or exceed with your total quality measures with reference to product and services. Then we can also go for providing great customer services, because if the customer services are improved and the customer is really satisfied and delighted by the organization's services, then it is sure that our market size, our revenues will definitely increase. And improving greater customer services means offering generous after sales support, and it makes a big difference in how customer perceives your product. Like, for instance, if a user discovers they are unable to understand the operating instruction of your product, their opinion of your quality and usability can quickly change, and this can be countered with friendly accessible support opinions and options. While greater customer service doesn't always make up for a poor quality product, bad customer service absolutely has the power to ruin the experience of a customer who might otherwise have enjoyed your product. Therefore, establishing best quality and after sales services is a mandatory aspect for improving the quality aspects. Then we also get to know the customer base. Knowing the customer base means, what do your customer want? Are you delivering it? Do they keep coming back for more? And even more importantly, why do they keep coming back for more? These are some of the questions which must be answered as a marketing manager or as a sales manager. Once you identify the traits that makes customer decide your product is of good quality, you can focus on perfecting and marketing those elements. There isn't much value in developing aspects of your product that the majority of your client base find only slightly important. You want to cater to your audience, and to do that, you have to really know them. And knowing your customer is a very desired aspect in terms of improving your markets. Then we also have to focus on design aspects of the products and services. Design is particularly critical to product quality. Now, some elements of sales will always be out of your control, but never your product. Even the best manufacturer cannot improve your original concept, function, and design. And a well designed and executed product will attract and delight the customers. Make marketing easy and keep your loyal base coming back for more and more every time. Similarly, we have to establish a quality management system also for continuously improving the quality aspects with reference to products and services. Like a perfect product design means nothing if your products are made inconsistently and don't match your specification. So, as such, it is vital that you do proper vetting of potential manufacturer, including conducting supplier audit also, but additionally implementing your own quality control measures such as party quality inspection will also help you to assess manufacturers performance. So this is all about products, its classification, how product differentiation can be created, and what are the broad type of consumer products and industrial products. Thanks a lot.